and welcome back to our programme. Next up, we have an interview with a video game farmer. Hello, could you please introduce yourself?
You're right. I'm Brian, the video game farmer.
And what has the video game harvest been like this year?
Well, you find most of the crops seem to mature about the same part of the year. You know, about summertime, we find that's when all the best things are starting, going to sprout, and we know exactly what's going to be popular.
And have you found that you've been growing more smaller crops recently, more indie crops?
Oh yeah, sure. There's been a lot of indie crops, and then of course there's been the shovelware. There's a whole field over there just full of shovelware. Something like steaming stuff.
Oh, how do you deal with the fields full of shovelware?
Well, we just shovel them up and just throw them at the shit show. Sorry, steam.
Fantastic. Do you have anything else you'd like to say to our viewers about video game farming?
Well, of course, the other thing about being a video game farmer is it's quite important. Sometimes you leave a field fallow. So, there was a long period when we basically we stopped making horror games at all because there just weren't no money in it. But we had a few small of the indie crops grow up around that. It really seems to have brought the genre back.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time. Next time, we'll interview someone else about something else, probably, maybe.
Sure, I'll put on another voice.
Okay. Hello, I'm Rainbow Wish the Alicorn.
And I'm Gigglehooves.
And today, we're here with an important PSA for you.
It's very important that you understand that there is a great difference between unicorns, pegasi, and alicorns.
Indeed. We very, 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 very frequently referred to as flying unicorns, and that's not what we are. We're an entirely separate species.
Mm-hmm.
There are unicorns, which have a horn. There are pegasi, which have wings. We just want the basic respect to being called what we are.
Exactly. We are very different to both of those. We have very different cultures and histories, and I think it's important that that is recognised.
Indeed. We live up in the clouds, but we also have horns. That brings a whole set of things that don't occur if you only have a horn or wings. We have our own culture, our own belief system. We don't enjoy being called the wrong thing because it erases who we are.
And much as we very much love our siblings within the unicorn and pegasi communities, we are not them, and we hope that everyone will respect that.
Remember, next time you attempt to refer to an alicorn as a flying unicorn, just don't. Be respectful.
Thank you.
Laura, we've got a new sponsor!
Who's our new sponsor?
Well, it is two absolutely lovely queer trans ladies who run a podcast.
Oh, do tell me more.
Well, they talk about their weeks and what they've played and watched and listened to. They do some very amusing skits.
Hang on. Have we paid to sponsor our own podcast?
Yeah, I slipped myself a $5.
Oh, okay. Can I slip you another $5 to say even more nice things? There you go.
Oh, thanks.
So yeah, tell me more about this lovely podcast.
Well, if you keep slipping us a $5, one of us will take our clothes off.
Ooh, it's an audio-only medium though, so who took the clothes off? What if they take off? Who knows? Oh goodness. One of the people on this podcast has just taken some clothes off.
They have. They appear to have exposed their breasts.
Well,
for your pleasure.
Indeed. Sponsor Queer and Pleasant Strangers by...
And who knows, more nudity may occur.
Click on the microphone button somewhere and use the code Queer and Pleasant Strangers will take their clothes off for more of this.
Yes, more of this.
More of this.
More of this! I am Balthazar, the great barbarian warrior.
And I'm Eladrin the elf.
Eladrin, we shall go together, having met here in this tavern. We shall go on great adventures.
Yeah, we could. I've noticed a problem recently, and I think we should maybe address this before we go out on our adventure.
Tell me, friend Eladrin, what are your problems?
I don't quite know what's going on, but about 1 in 20 times that I try to do something, I mess it up so badly that really bad negative consequences happen and affect me.
I noticed this. I once had a series of bad hits attempting to strike a goblin, and it slayed me dead. Luckily, my compatriots were able to stabilize me, but I have somehow acquired an interesting scar.
I once tried to hit someone with a sword, and I managed to hit myself in the face with a sword, and I don't know how I managed that. And I don't know why. Again, about 1 in 20 times is a little too common for these kind of very drastic mistakes to occur.
Indeed, I understand not how one could botch so hard.
Indeed, how failures and successes could happen at these sort of almost random intervals it boggles the mind.
Indeed.
I have heard rumour there might be a world above that may control the fates.
A world above controlling the fates by perhaps some roll of the dice?
It does. I know, it's silly. It's silly. Now, let me just go get this glass from the counter over here.
Friend Eladrin, I'll attempt to stabilize you, friend. I do not know why I'm doing this, but friend, wake. You've come back to us.
This idea of the gods botching rolls just seems so crazy.
Indeed. Now I shall flirt with this barmaid. Excuse me, why did I punch myself in the face there? Goodness.
It's a very bad flirt.
Apparently I flirt very poorly indeed. On this day.
Inside the boardroom of Electronic Active Softworks.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, yeah, I'm good, yeah. As you know, we've been thinking about how we're gonna start making some really serious money in 2019, and obviously we want to get the ball rolling. We're nearly at the end of the financial year, so it's quite important we try and get some more money in. Now, loot boxes have been absolutely incredible. But one thing I noticed specifically over the whole unicorn dance party, time over that period, we noticed that we were selling a lot of the special festive unicorn skins. You know, everybody wanted, their characters to have the unicorn horns and the rainbow manes and all of those things. In all of our games, we made special editions for each of our games, special loot boxes. Maybe they could get one piece of loot, but not the whole set, or they could buy, obviously, they can buy the whole set for an extortionate amount of money. But, so I've been thinking, what we need is, we pick some more of these, special days throughout the year, and, we workshop some ideas for how we can make things. Now, I have found a website. It shows you there is a special day every day.
My goodness, you're a fucking genius. This is... I was at the start of this conversation, I thought you were going to say we could do this 4 or 5 times a year, but are you suggesting literally every day?
Literally every day we can have a whole different set of loot boxes, and people will have to get, something related to that. Obviously, we will need to flog a lot of the design team.
Oh god, yeah, but you never know. Maybe we can just find outfits on the assets store.
I mean, there's that too, but we're gonna have to flog someone to get them to get the things off the asset store.
So, I'm assuming we only leave these on sale for 1 day, so they've got to spend 1 day buying, they can't wait until they accumulate in-game currency. They're gonna have to spend real money.
Oh yeah, if they want the whole set.
Yeah, exactly. If they want to get that one that's only today.
Yeah, and we're gonna pay a bunch of those Russian Twitter farms, and they're gonna go out there and they'll just be like, oh my god, got all this. We'll get them some nice screenshots of things that people just can't possibly have, and they'll be like, oh my god, I got the full set of let's see, the 20th of January we've got Disc Jockey Day.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, we won't even have to bring them back next year. We can make them so exclusive. We can probably roll them over for 3 or 4 years before we have to do anything new with it at all.
God.
So for Disc Jockey Day, I'm thinking, a selection of headphones.
Yeah.
Maybe some, a messenger bag or a record bag or something. Maybe even special weapons that have like vinyl records or maybe just a laptop if they're that kind of DJ. Then of course we've got also on the 20th we have a Penguin Awareness Day. So we'll get like nice suits for everyone with little flippers.
Yeah.
Do you have an egg to carry on your feet? Something like that. Then of course we've got International Sweatpants Day, 21st of January. So sweatpants for all. If you got any thoughts, 22nd of January we got Hot Sauce Day.
Little customized bottle of hot sauce you can carry around. Maybe your gun looks like hot sauce.
Yeah, so hot sauce guns, like t-shirts with like, I like it flaming hot.
A hot sauce hat.
Yeah. Well, but hats goes without saying.
Yeah.
Some little like chili shaped shoes maybe. Really get the hot sauce in.
You are a fucking genius.
Oh, I am not done, my friend. Peanut Butter Day, 23rd of January.
I'm just floored.
You're floored? Well, we're going to cover you in peanut butter on that day. There was a few I was looking at. One I was really disappointed with. Wasn't quite what I was thinking. It was going to be World Breast Pumping Day on the 27th of January, but apparently that's something about feeding kids. Seems weird to me. Kazoo Day, 28th of January. Maybe just everyone, just giant different colored kazoos.
Maybe we get a brand deal going with that kid that played the kazoo in that Vine.
Yeah. 29th of January, Curmudgeon's Day.
Oh, that's a day for me, that is.
Seems a hot, big mood, as
Big
the kids
mood.
say. Just grumpy skins for everyone. Maybe very boring suits or something. Just grumpy.
Oh.
And then, of course, there was one I'm just confused by. 2nd of February, Hedgehog Day. I mean, like, that doesn't sound like a games thing, like hedgehogs.
I've never heard of a hedgehog in video games.
No, that's really not gonna work. Okay, well, I think we got some good ideas there going, and then, I reckon we can really milk the shit out of this one.
Yes, we can. You, sir, are a fucking genius.
I know.
So, you've decided to enter my dungeon, have you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very naughty. Very naughty indeed. And I'm going to have to hurt you.
Oh no.
You encounter 6 orcs. They have +6 to spanking. Every one is armed with a flogger.
Do I have any defenses against flogging?
Why would you want to defend yourself against flogging? Take 6 points of spanking damage.
Ow! Ah! Ah! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Yes. And they tie you up and carry you away to another part of the dungeon.
Oh no.
You're heavily restrained. Roll to struggle out of your bonds.
Can I choose to get a 1 and not escape?
Good girl.
Nah.
You may stay in the dungeon for longer and become another of my minions.
What do I have to roll to stay here?
Roll to impress your mistress.
17?
Very well, you have significantly pleased me on this day. You shall stay here, bound to the walls, being occasionally flogged by my goblins. I shall take you over my knee and give you another +6 spanking.
Oh, I do love playing Dungeons and Doms.
I hope your butt has some hit points left.
Very few.
Don't forget, you can always cast the safe word.